It's been 50 years since the end of the War of the Wilds. The kindly apple tree which once nourished a family for generations turned vicious and vile. Old buildings coated with ivy, uprooted as if siege engines for spores. Entire forests set upon villages, with nothing left in their wake. In response, farmers fashioned plowshares into deadly weapons, craftsmen turned their innocuous trades into fulcrums for war, and even the most insular cities became bastions of hope for refugees. Much was lost in this war. Lives, cities, entire cultures, and knowledge all vanished, sometimes overnight. Eventually a stalemate was met, centers of humanoid life towering among the ruins of a failed civilization. Farms continued, protected and guarded like dangerous slaughterhouses. Forests are avoided whenever possible, with the bulk of them being kept to the south by Greynor's Wall. No one's sure how it started. Every city has a different story. Druids, magic, gods, spirits, one of the other races. It's always someone else. Everyone shares the blame and reaps the consequences. Welcome to Another Path. My name is Chase and I'll be your GM. Today we'll be venturing out into the nearby wilds and making a strong effort to not get killed. As a side note, we had a little bit of audio trouble during this recording session. It's still totally listenable, and even with that in mind, we have a great episode ahead of you. So sit back, relax, and enjoy your trip down Another Path.
It's a quick refresher. When last we left our heroes, you guys had just finished foiling a bank heist. All of the potential assailants are either dead or locked up and currently being turned over to the proper authorities, and you are on your way to collect your winnings. 100 gold is quite a bit of walking around money, but magic is forever. As the three of you walk over to the Mages Guild at first light, after explaining your situation, you are led inside a room where a selection of items is presented to you.
I don't know why, but I'm the kind of person who always reads lists bottom to top, and the first thing, the bottom of the list, is the Tiny Pony Express!
Wait, do you really? That is the weirdest thing.
Yeah, I read lists bottom to top, I don't know why. Tiny Pony Express. Once per week, she can carry a message to any known target and return with a reply. While it looks like the pony moves at a typical pace, as soon as it gets out of sight, it seems to make its way to its target. Once it returns, it becomes a small stone figure of itself until needed again.
That's the coolest.
Holy shit. I like a lot of these.
Thank you. And for those of you listening, these will be posted on the Facebook page, along with some other things that might come up tonight.
Ooh.
Or over the next 2 episodes. Kind of depends on how stuff gets meted out.
Oh, I dig that sacrificial gem.
Why don't you read about that sacrificial gem, sir?
Sacrificial gem. You may sacrifice 5 hit points for 1 spell slot of any level. So, in the end game, that really becomes good. By cutting yourself on the gem. It can be done up to 5 times, then the gem shatters like a grenade of glass and blood after 2 rounds. Yipes.
Yeah, you gotta keep track of those, because I certainly do.
I think that that is the kind of thing that we could take right now, forget about it for 2 years real world time, and then it could come in real handy down the road.
See, you're a good warlock boy. That's like definitely his MO. The thing is, I only have 17 hit points.
Right. That is why I'm introducing this item at the low level, because that is punishing. Mm-hmm. So, it's cost benefit.
I'm gonna take the simple flask of sunshine. The entire description is a gold liquid sloshes around inside a translucent glass vessel. I am taking that, and I will drink it at what is likely the most inopportune moment.
Hey, Zach, tell me about that Ember Scroll.
That Ember Scroll, alright, the Ember Scroll is an ornate and enticing-looking scroll. Will blind anyone who tries to read it for 30 seconds.
That's super rad. Hey, boss, I've been trying to solve this crossword puzzle. Maybe you know. Here, fwah!
See, I like the Dragonfire lamp a lot. It's a small lamp, about 6 inches, that provides generous light when lit. Also can cast Fireball once a day, if you're into that. The wick is well hidden, though, so it takes 1 round and a dex check of 10 to light it. Damn. That could be dope.
I'm torn between the Tiny Pony Express and the extending rod, which it starts at 1 foot long but grows up to 10 feet and shrinks with a great force and a command word. I can see that being fun and useful, but that Tiny Pony Express, though.
Is it Tiny Pony Express?
You know what? I'm going with my heart. Tiny Pony Express. I'm taking it.
You want it.
I think I might take the Dragonfire lamp.
All right, we've got the Tiny Pony Express is off the table. The Dragonfire lamp is off the table. And Mr. Jackson.
Oh, I took the Simple Flask of Sunshine.
Oh, that's right, you did. You did take that Simple Flask of Sunshine.
Lest we forget, Jackson Silver, he likes shiny things.
That's fair.
Speaking of, I have 1 silver ornate plate engraved with a large G that I would like to sell at some point.
Oh, right.
You know what? You will have an opportunity for that in short
Fantastic.
order. But as of now, as the 3 of you turn around from the table with your new acquisitions, you find a man and a woman blocking your way. The woman is a tiefling, and the man, Mordecai, you know the man. It's Mr.
Dude? It's my dude.
Gentlemen.
Hello.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Magus Diamond. I wanted to personally thank you for your efforts to protect our artifacts. While we are sad that we don't know exactly who is behind this, we are quite happy that we are now able to turn things over to the proper authorities.
Can I roll perception on this woman?
What are you trying to figure out?
She hot, though?
Yeah, roll that perception. Actually, roll me intelligence first.
Oh. Well, my intelligence miraculously is an 18.
Mm-hmm. Okay, then I will let you roll perception instead of investigate.
5.
Probably.
Good enough.
You said her name was Magus Diamond?
Her name is Magus Diamond. Yes. Well, her title is Magus.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Oh, I get it.
Yes, there we go. All that being said, I was wondering if I could perhaps interest you in some more work. Quite well paid, of course.
I am always down for more work.
I looked to Mr. Taldway because he got a little grouchy with me the last time I took a job without consulting him first.
And he firmly nods. Just one nod, head down. You are... This is less of a... Roll me an insight.
Sure. 11... Hang on. Plus 2, 13.
You're doing this. This is what you're doing now.
Message received.
And you, Mr. Silver.
Anything you want. Need what? Sorry. Hi.
There is a forest to the north, a full day's ride. It's fairly large, and it behooves the city to have a possible source of wood should the need arise, but every few years we must commission a scouting party to go out and survey it. Frankly, you 3 are qualified, and Tobias here speaks highly of you, Mordecai.
I've just now learned his first name. My eyes grow really wide, just like I've learned some sort of deep, dark secret.
The pay will, of course, be commensurate with the amount of the forest you are able to survey. And she walks up to you, Mordecai, and she hands you a book.
Ooh.
And this is the survey journal. There's a map of the forest in there, divided up into sections. Each section has a device for marking in it. We just call it a marker. Stamp the journal at the marker as proof that you've been there. Write notes about anything you've seen. Now, for each of you, you probably have things that you'd like to do before you leave. Specifically, Master Johnson, you will need to go and check in over at the census office to let them know you'll be out of the city for a couple of days. This will take some time. You will want to do whatever you can to prepare.
So let me get this straight. We are just to walk around the woods and write about it?
The woods are likely going to be quite dangerous. It is the forest, after all.
No, did you not hear the first part of this? The lady is in need of wood. We must go find her wood.
Yep, got it in one, Jackson. All right.
Thank you. I give her a smile like, see? I was listening.
Gonna
Oh, jeez.
She just kind of puts her head, like, kind of rubs her temple a little bit, like right underneath where her horn meets her head, and it's just very well then. If you'll please excuse me, I do have other matters to attend to.
Of course.
Oh, before I forget, Mr. Johnson, this paperwork should help you out as well. Should speed things along once you get into the office.
Awesome, I take it.
You're, of course, all welcome to stay here for the night. No need to have to pay for lodging since you are going to be working on our dime. I assume you'll want to leave tomorrow. It's about noon at this point, and I don't imagine you'll want to leave on a 18-hour journey at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Nah, that sounds sucky.
It does, in fact, yes.
I mean, I've made worse forced marches, but sure.
This sounds like a pretty great deal. Thank you very much for your business. I shall go deal with the fascist man for which I am under the employ. And I go to check in at the census office.
With that, she kind of raises an eyebrow a little bit, but she's still kind of just, you know what, people gonna peep.
Bye.
And she kind of waves over her shoulder and is gone. Taldway looks at you, Mordecai, and just kind of tilts his head off to the side like, you come with me for a minute.
Okay. I'll see you guys somewhere.
Okay. All right. So you are off to do something with Mr. Taldway. And Zafiir, you are heading to the census office to check out for a couple of days. Jackson, do you have anything specific that you would like to do?
Nothing specific. I would like to go buy a couple of health potions.
Absolutely.
And I would Zafiir.
Oh, I laughed already.
Oh,
come back.
I would have. Here, we'll walk. We will walk together to the census
But one
office,
second.
and then I will veer off.
Yes, what can I do for you?
While you take care of your paperwork, so sorry, I can go buy us some more health potions. Do you have any gold that you can contribute to the cause? I have.
They're 15 apiece, yes?
50.
50. Why do I always forget this?
50.
I don't know.
They are not
Here we go.
cheap.
I have 44 gold.
I have 64.
That
so
we can buy 2.
If you give me a decent amount, I can get 2.
I will give you 40 gold.
2 whole health potions.
I will give you 40.
Wonderful.
I wouldn't be able to help if I was there. I've got 2.
Yeah, you dropped it to stop us from having to deal with the dude super hard, so we're totally appreciative.
Oh, yeah.
Because you paid off that dude, and he left.
Money doesn't mean much to me.
All right, Mordecai. Mr. Taldway leads you back to his house wordlessly.
Okay.
When you arrive, he kind of leads you in, and he has you open up the map. And the map you can actually now see on our back-end Facebook page as well.
Oh, shoot. I should really stop posting that page.
Oh, wow, this is really cool, Chase.
Thank you.
Even Porter.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Neato.
Well, because eventually, like, I'll say this now, if you're hearing this, you can also find this on our public Facebook page as well. Facebook.com/anotherpathpodcast. And he's kind of going over the finer points of navigating the forest with you.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll me an insight check.
That is a natural 20.
All right.
Hey!
All right.
Fuck that die. God damn it.
I am looking at that 20. All right. So with that, he's going over this, and you suddenly, like, slowly look up at him. He knows this way too well.
Tobias. If I can call you that.
I'd rather you didn't.
All right, Tobias. Have you lived in these woods before?
Nope.
Are you sure?
Yep.
It just seems to me you know,
I know woods.
Yeah, I do too. They're kind of my entire jam, but I mean, it's not like I can just look at the map of a forest and know what the forest is about, you know what I'm saying, my man?
I've done this scouting run before.
You don't say.
It's tough. Yeah. About, must have been, 8 years ago? Yeah. Yeah, it was, me and a crew, and, we ended up losing somebody. It was pretty rough, but it's,
I'm sorry to hear that.
it's a good job to cut your teeth on, you know?
I suppose. Is there anything in particular we should be keeping our eye out for?
You don't want to ford that river. It's pretty wide and pretty deep, especially when you reach down towards section, what was that, 7?
Is this Oregon Trail?
Yes. No, it's not.
Friends don't let friends ford the river.
Time for us to die.
No, there is, you see, now there is a way to cross it. There is a drawbridge in section 7 that you can probably kind of muscle down, but the gears in that thing are going to be pretty old and probably haven't been used. And we're going to go ahead and lowball it at 200 years. The central building in section 5 is actually built across the river. You should be able to cross there pretty easily.
All right. Can I ask you perhaps a difficult question?
I imagine you're going to, whether I say no or not. So proceed.
How'd you lose your guy?
To this day, I'm not entirely sure exactly what they were, but they seemed to creep out of the walls of one of the buildings. I don't know. It was the last place that we were, but we bugged out, and he didn't bug out with us, and there he was.
I come across to the other side of the table. I put a hand on his shoulder, and I say, "That's rough, buddy.
Pray that it doesn't happen to you." Jackson, you are able to acquire those health potions pretty easily. So go ahead, drop 100, gain 2 health potions.
Fantastic. And those are the 2d4 plus 4?
2d4 plus 2. I did have that wrong earlier.
2d4 plus 2.
So you grab your health potions and you sock those in your bag, and you get some lunch from the Mages Guild commissary for lunch.
Can I find some cinnamon hardtack?
You surely can. You surely can find you some cinnamon hardtack. That's on the...
Wonderful.
It's actually on the... When you walk in, they have that reception desk, and they've just got a bowl full of it. They cannot give it away.
I really enjoy cinnamon hardtack, and I am overjoyed to see this bowl.
When you grab a few things from this bowl, you actually head back outside, back into that central garden area where the boys met the rogue last time, the trapsmith. You're sitting down and you're having a delightful lunch of cinnamon hardtack in the blazing summer sun when a middle-aged elf approaches you. He is incredibly ragged looking, and the elf holds out their hand and asks, "Pardon, sir, I don't suppose you'd have some coin for bread or even bread itself. It's been quite so long since I've had some food."
Well, my friend, do you like cinnamon?
I suppose I do. It's been quite so long since I've had anything like that.
Well, you're in luck. And I give him a pretty sizable chunk of the cinnamon hardtack that I have.
And he sits down on the bench, maybe a little closer to you than you would normally appreciate, but, there he is. And he bites off a piece and chews.
It's good, isn't it?
Why, my friend, that's all right. That's quite all right. What's your name, my good man?
It sneaks up on you.
It's got a kick to it.
That's how you know it's good and ripe.
What's your name, sir?
Ah, Jackson. Jackson Silver. And yours, my friend?
My name is, Cameron. My name is Cameron. It is nice to meet you. Mr. Silver, you said.
Nice to meet you, too. Yes.
What brings you here, my friend?
Just getting ready for another day of work. Well, not till tomorrow. We get to sleep in for the night yet.
Good.
Gotta go find the lady some wood. All in a day's work.
A noble cause, I'm sure.
I'm sure she would agree with you.
And he sits there and enjoys cinnamon hardtack with you until you take your leave.
Will someone tell me what hardtack is? This keeps coming up.
Hardtack is really, really dried out beef jerky.
I thought it was like a bread thing. Here we go. Hang on. Hardtack is a simple type of biscuit or cracker made from flour, water, and sometimes salt. Inexpensive and long-lasting. It was used and is used for subsistence in the absence of perishable foods, commonly during long sea voyages, land migrations, and military campaigns.
Well, there we go. I learned something.
It's why I love cinnamon hardtack. I had a lot of hardtack during my time in the army, and, well, cinnamon was a luxury.
Yeah.
But cinnamon hardtack made even the shittiest days just a little less shitty.
I'm very glad at least one of us enjoyed their time in the military service.
Zafiir, you are in line to drop off your paperwork, but as with any good...
Is it as bad as, like, the BMV?
Yeah, you're waiting for a minute. You're standing behind an impatient...
There's a lot of furious toe tapping.
Mm-hmm. And you are standing behind a very impatient druid gnome. And she seems to be, like, bouncing back and forth on the balls of her feet.
Is everything all right there? You said it's a woman?
Yes.
Or a man?
It's a woman.
Is everything all right, miss?
Oh, yes, sorry, I just hate this. Every time I hate this so much.
As do I, yes.
What are you,
Here is my question for you. Do you hate it enough to... And I get, like, real close.
Mm-hmm.
Leave it behind altogether?
I might be. Oh, I might be.
All right. So this is going to be a little unpleasant. And then I start talking into her mind.
Oh, okay.
All telepathically. Oh. Just so other looky-loos can't hear me.
Yes.
I run the service of shuttling mages who wish to be free of this oppressive regime out of the border. So if this is something you wish, I would assume I have business cards. I flick one up.
A fantasy business
and
card.
I present it to her.
Oh.
It says Zafiir Johnson, professional mage smuggler.
Well, where can I find you? If I do decide this is a little more than I'm bargaining for.
If you wish to take part of this service, leave a sealed message with Mr. What's his name? Enter at the salad.
Mm-hmm.
He will give it to you.
All right, I might take you up on that.
And all this, I'm saying to her mind, so she probably looks real crazy just talking to a Dragonborn just standing there.
Right. But as you finish up your conversation, the line starts to move, and you are able to hand in the paperwork that Magus Diamond gave you, and you are able to kind of expedite your leaving process.
When dealing with the bureaucracy itself, Zafiir is all smiles.
Absolutely.
Just all smiles.
Absolutely. He knows how to play this game. That pretty much takes you your entire afternoon. You do have lodgings at the Mages Guild tonight. You each have a comfortable bedroom that is, it's pretty Spartan, but, it's a good bed, so you're not going to complain too much.
Probably go and get, like, a drink or something. Like adventurers do.
Like adventurers do. All right. Did anybody have anything specific that you'd like to do before you leave?
No, I promoted myself, got me some more side business, and got some bevs in me, so we're good to go.
You had a good day. All right. The three of you wake up at the crack of dawn. The trail exiting the city pretty much terminates as soon as you leave the city limits.
Real quick, right before we head out, like we're at the gate ready to leave the city, I take out the bottle of whiskey that I got from the Graves estate, and I pour out, I take three little cups, like shot glasses essentially, and I pour each of us a shot, and I hand them to you guys and say, shot of whiskey. A shot of whiskey before travel is good luck.
Here.
Absolutely.
But
I've got two things I want to get to, and actually both involve Mr. Silver. First off, we never resolved your plate.
We did not. Can we say I
Yes.
sold that when I got the health potion?
Let's take a look here. I am going to roll a d6. You are able to obtain 40 gold for that.
Yo.
4-0?
It's pure silver.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, like, if you want to retcon, Ryan, I can give you my other 4 gold if you want to try to get another health potion.
well, and how much gold did you have, Mordecai?
2.
That would put us all combined
That puts us at 50, right?
50.
Okay, that's fine. I'll let you have that retcon for one more potion, and you guys can drain the bank accounts.
Yeah, so we're
Right.
all at 0
We're
gold
all
right
at
now?
0 gold.
That's where you want to be when you
That's
start
right.
an adventure.
Nothing to
game.
lose.
No safety net. Let's do it.
All right. Do you each want to hold on to a potion?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
Everybody has 1 healing potion. It is 2d4 plus
Excellent.
2.
And the other thing, as you finish your shot and you kind of set your glass down, you see Cameron again, Jackson.
Hello, friend.
And he smiles and he waves. Safe travels, my friend. And as he waves, take an inspiration.
Oh.
That's nice.
The mages did give you enough supplies for 3 days out. If you've got any rations and you want to stay out any longer, you are going to have to spend your own rations or forage for your own, which you're going to a wooded area. That's possible.
What else? There's rations in, like, the Dungeoneers.
Yeah,
pack and stuff,
there's
yes.
stuff like that in there. It's a full day's ride under the sun until you reach the forest. It sits in a large bowl of hills, and even though you've all visited these places at one time or another, to be back here is unsettling. The forest looms over you, and dead ahead lies your goal. But it's dusk. What do you do?
Probably wise to camp on the outskirts of the forest. Let's not go in
Yes.
during night. We won't be able to survey much of anything if we can't see shit.
Also gives us one more night of peace before the plants try to kill us.
All right, yeah, let's camp. Probably, I'm looking at the map before us. I unfurled the map at
Absolutely.
our campsite just to kind of plan
Okay.
things out.
Now
And
that you
go ahead.
have had a better look at the forest, I want you to roll me a survival check. And now that you've got a forest to
Look at that.
compare it to.
16 plus 2, 18.
Okay. The map is surprisingly good. However, you did kind of underestimate how large this forest is. Each of those sections that you see on the map
Yeah.
is going to take about 4 hours apiece to investigate and
Gotcha,
thoroughly
gotcha.
comb through.
Yes.
Now, you might be able to save some time here and there, but there's no guarantees. Because chief among all, you do have to get those sections stamped. You have a minimum of 5 before you'll get any sort of payout. And then the max payout is at the full 9. So if shit is getting bad and you need to pull the ripcord there, you can, but you're going to be losing out on money.
So this is a one-time thing. We can't do part of this now and then come
Correct.
back later.
Yeah, no, this is all or nothing.
Okay. I relay all that to you boys in fiction and also tack on. I was talking to Mr. Taldway, and
I thought
he
his
said,
name was Tiberius.
You're close. He said that the river that runs through here in the middle, very dangerous, very not something we want to try and cross ourselves. He said that there's a building in the middle of the center section 5 here, that spans the river that we could probably cross, or down at section 7, there's an old-ass drawbridge that we might be able to get functioning. My suggestion...
Which number are we at now?
That's what I was going to start at. I'm thinking we set our camp just outside section 9, start there, head west, see if we can't get that drawbridge working. If we can't do that, we'll go up to 5.
I'm going to make an intelligence check to see if I have a good idea or not.
Okay.
15.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it make the most sense for us to get all 5 that are on this side of the river first? That way we make sure we get
Yeah, I
paid.
suppose so.
So if we start at 7, try the drawbridge, and if it works, great, we can get over. But we can go 7, 8, 9, 6, 5, and then we can either cross at 5, or go back to 7 and cross at 7, or get the fuck out of the forest.
Or get the fuck out, yeah.
Because we'll have our 5.
Alright, Silver, we'll do it your way. I like it. Look at you. I pat him on the back.
I'm not just here for my good looks.
But they help.
We are all so proud of you.
So where are you camping at the edge of? 9?
7.
7 and working your way up and across. Okay.
Yeah, so we're going to go 7, 8, 9, 6, 5. But we're going to spend time in 7, see if we can get the bridge to work.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
While you're prepping, did you want to hear our new stuff?
Oh, yeah, sure. Let's go ahead and get that out of the way.
I can action surge, and I have more hit points. And
Okay.
that's it.
What does action surge give you? Actually,
Once per short or long rest, I basically get a bonus action during any round whenever I want it. But I can only do it once.
Okay, once per long rest or short rest?
Once per, yeah, short or long.
Gotcha.
I got bonus HP. I got reckless attack, which, if it's my first attack of a round, I can choose it for it to be reckless. I get advantage on attacks using strength, but attacks versus me are also at advantage until the start of my next turn. I also got danger sense, which means I have advantage on dexterity saves versus seen threats, such as traps or spells.
Mm-hmm.
To this benefit, I cannot be blinded, deafened, or incapacitated.
Okay.
Nice.
Which seems really strong.
Yeah. Zafiir?
Awesome. I got to learn one more level 1 spell.
Mhm.
I took Witch Bolt. I can read that one off if you don't know what it does.
It sounds familiar, but go ahead and just read it anyway.
It's a concentration up to 1 minute. A beam of crackling blue energy lances out towards a creature within range, forming a sustained arc of lightning between you and the target. So I'd make a ranged spell attack against the creature. On a hit, the target takes 1d12 lightning damage, and on each of your turns for the duration, you can use your action to deal 1d12 lightning damage to the target automatically.
Holy shit. That's
The spell ends
concentration,
if you
though,
use
right?
your action.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
concentration, so I can't do anything else. But if I hit the first time, every round I just keep rolling the damage.
Well,
down.
so you know, you can do other spells, you just can't do other concentration spells.
Other concentration spells. Ooh,
Yeah.
that's nice.
Yeah. No, so you can do that and pop off some, like, magic missiles if you want.
Cool. Yeah, and then I got 2 Eldritch Invocations.
Excellent.
I took a Agonizing Blast, which lets me add my Charisma modifier to the damage of my Eldritch Blast. And then I took Fiendish Vigor, which lets me cast False Life on myself at will, without expending a spell slot or material components.
Okay.
And False Life lasts for 1 hour. And bolstering myself with necromantic facsimile of life, I gain 1d4 plus 4 temporary hit points for the duration. And then at higher levels, I can use the spell with a higher spell slot. Well, I think it only lets me cast it as a level 1, so there we go.
There you go.
You get yourself a little mini shield.
So I get myself a little mini shield. I don't know if I can stack that with Armor of Agathis or not.
I think so. 10 HP stacks.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there we go.
You arise the next morning early and ready to go, up with the sun, as you're all used to from your glory days, quote unquote.
Oh, yes.
Fuck those days.
You walk into the woods, and the river is at its widest here at the end of the forest. It's a full half-mile across. And what you weren't expecting was the sheer number of buildings that would be here. This is clearly an overtaken city.
Oh.
And even though it's long since fallen to the forest's winds, it's pretty easy to see that this was the dock, or the main port of the city. Goods would probably flow from the north to the south and out to sea. A sinister air surrounds you, as if you are being watched. Finding the drawbridge is pretty easy. You just follow the river up. It does take a little bit of doing, though, and just on the other side of the river, you see the marker. If you had to come back here later on, you'd be able to find it instantly, almost. But boy, you would like to not have to make this walk again.
So, just as a refresher, mechanically speaking,
Yes.
to check off an area, to stamp an area, we need to find the marker
Yes.
and get to it.
Correct.
And the one here is on the opposite side of the river.
Correct.
Okay.
And the drawbridge is up.
Let's investigate that drawbridge, shall we?
Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
All right. I need the three of you to roll me perception checks.
6.
8.
Mm-hmm.
Zafiir?
17.
Yay!
Okay. So as you're looking around, you are starting to find that, like the two of you, like you can't find it. Like you see the bridge, and you see the bridge, like where the house is, but you can't figure out like what the mechanism is to get this thing to move. And it takes a couple of minutes. But Zafiir, you are actually able to duck into the boathouse and actually find rudimentary, like ropes and pulleys and whatnot, and figure out where the locking mechanism is. It's going to take a sleight of hand check to be able to fix it. And anybody can try it.
It's not my strong suit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, go me. That's still a -1, but that's 18.
Okay, you're able to do it. Yeah, you're able to find the pin. And you, as you're pulling it out, you're thinking, oh, maybe this won't ever go back up again. Oh, well, pull.
I like it when Chase does impressions of our characters.
You pull the pin, and you hear from outside an awful, wild, angry slamming as this, 200-year-old bridge just falls into place.
Well,
awesome. I burst out of the boathouse. I go, I did it.
That worked. That certainly did something.
That was much simpler than I expected it to be.
As a side note, I do want to actually throw out a rules thing real quick.
Sure.
Something that I'm going to be doing moving forward. I am never going to call for an investigation check. I am going to call for perception checks. If you would like a lower DC, I would suggest yourselves calling for investigation before I call for perception.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Oh, that's okay.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I would like to make an investigation check.
What are you investigating?
I don't know.
That wasn't a threat. That wasn't a threat. That was just me.
Totally a threat, Chase. I would like to investigate this blade of grass in front of me.
You roll me an investigation check.
3. Is it? I rolled a 3 on this grass. Is it green?
You see that blade of grass, and then 29 some more.
Okay.
Just behind it.
Great.
I would like to investigate the structural integrity of the drawbridge.
Okay, go ahead and do that. Roll me an investigation.
Dude, I'm killing it tonight. Thank you, D'Artagnan. That is a 18.
18.
Killing it.
Yeah, it looks stable enough. Surprisingly, looks like there was a lot of metal used in reinforcing the bridge. So even though it definitely is some wood that has rotted through at points, it's safe enough to cross.
Awesome. I kind of tiptoe out a bit,
Mm-hmm.
and then just run across.
Okay, excellent.
Bye.
How far across is the river?
It's a half a mile. It's a long bridge.
Oh, never mind. I try to run across, and then about halfway, I'm like,
Jackson, I look over to you and it's like, well, I was gonna ask everyone if we wanted to cross now or later, but
we should have
go across.
We should have just given him the book and told him to go stamp the marker, and we could have waited here.
That would have been smart. I could send the tiny pony to him.
Sure. Let's do that.
No, that's a.
oh my god, please.
That's a once a week thing. I don't want to burn that thing now. We might need it later. Let's cross the damn bridge.
Just holler at me. Zafiir, we weren't going to cross yet.
Now let's just go across. I want to see you winded and laugh at you.
Shit.
The three of you cross, and right there is the stamping machine. This thing is made of solid metal. It is a machine in every sense of the word. So, Mordecai, you're the one holding the book. You open it up to the section 7 page, and you pull the ka-chunk down, and it makes a really satisfying, like, ba-dunk. And you lift it back up, and there is a little stamp of a sailboat on that page.
Awesome. Section 7, done.
I'm gonna bust out the beer.
All right.
Perfect timing.
In fiction.
What is...
Yeah,
Okay.
Zafiir cracks open a cold one with the boys.
What Zafiir goes, possibly we should take some notes on this area for the book.
Yeah, good call.
Are there trees?
I would like to... Let me ask this, Chase. Yeah. Does the book already have, like, notes in it?
It does not. This is a blank book.
Okay, because my thought was, like, if it has previous things, I would, like, try and basically play Spot the Difference and see what has changed.
Sure.
But I guess I'll just do a general notary of, the river's still here, and it still looks good.
Roll me an intelligence check.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Okay. That's a 12.
Okay. You make note of the level of decay on the buildings. You make note that you put the bridge down.
Fair, yep.
You make note of the birds, because, those are... You were in the military service, you know what birds are. Yeah. You've seen birds before, but you're used to, like, really ugly birds, like, not cute little songbirds that seem to be flitting around in the trees.
Nice.
Have we seen birds like this before?
In your military service, you would have. Everybody serves at Greynor's Wall, so you definitely would have done some expeditions into the wilds from there. So you are aware of them. You are aware that they are mostly harmless. Unless anybody has any other questions, that is Section 7 done. You can either move north to 4. Actually, you have, like, anything that is touching 7 you can go to from here.
I think we wanted to go to 8,
yes? Let's just clear everything on this side first.
That took you from 8 a.m. to noon. And as you took that full 4 hours. And as you walk into Section 8, you stand at the edge of a field. To the north, the trees are very dense. To the south, the grass quickly dies off and becomes the desert of the Kindlelands. You would assume this field is just that, except for an archway in the center. For this one, I need everybody to roll me a perception check.
That is 21.
Okay.
11.
Okay.
13.
Okay. Everybody sees the giant boar in the middle of this field.
Yay!
And he's just a big old angry pig.
When you say giant, what do you mean?
I mean giant. Like he's like, hold on, let me actually.
You talking me size?
Giant boar, giant.
Giant for a boar, or like me size?
Like, is this thing big for a pig, or is it actually like 15 feet?
Let's hear. It is a large beast.
That's a pretty big beast.
It's a pretty big thing.
And it's got horns?
Is it bigger than a bread box?
It's got. You said it's a boar, so it has horns?
Yes, it's got the tusks going on.
Is it bigger than a horse?
It's about horse-sized, we'll say.
Awesome.
How far away is it?
Probably about 50 yards.
Great. I draw my sword, shout, "We're eating good tonight, boys!" And I charge at the boar.
I charge after him shouting... Oh, go ahead, Zach.
I'm going to use Fiendish Vigor.
Excellent.
And I'm going to give myself 1d4 plus 4 temporary health points.
Okay.
I charge after Jackson and go, wait, I want to ride him first!
So that's 7.
Okay. Alright, well let's...
So I have 7 little temp health points, and as he runs, I want to shoot an Eldritch Blast past him.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's like, and my spell just zips past him.
Okay, so here's... Okay, well, before you do that, let's actually roll initiative first.
Okay.
Because the things that you already have done, that's your surprise round. Now we're into the real stuff.
Cool, that's fine.
Okay.
Mine's a 13.
13.
16 from Mordecai.
17.
Okay.
Hey,
all right, let's see where the boar is going to land. All right, you guys are actually going to be going ahead of the boar. He rolled very, very poorly. So we can go ahead and we'll just say all of you guys, then Mr. Piggy. All right, let's take a look here. He's got that. He's got that. All right, go ahead and let's see here. Who rolled the 17?
Jackson.
Okay. You have closed range with the boar.
Okay, I'm going to attack the piggy.
Okay.
22.
22 is going to... That'll do it.
I come in with my sword, and I go for one of its legs, and I slash at it, and I deal 13 slashing damage.
13 slashing damage. All right, good stuff.
And then I want to action surge right now.
Excellent.
And I on the backswing, that is 17.
A 17. That will also hit.
Great. And that will be 9 more slashing damage.
Excellent.
So 22
all right.
total.
He looks pretty rough even after just that one there. So pretty good show there.
And then I'm going to use my reaction to drop into parry.
Okay. And that will take us to our barbarian, is that correct? Did you have the 16?
Yeah, the 16.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to actually pull out a javelin.
Okay.
Kind of keep the mid-range here, and heave a javelin at this bad piggy.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a 17 plus 4, 21.
Okay, that'll hit.
That'll hit. 1d6 plus 2 piercing damage. That's going to be a 4, so 6 piercing damage. And I guess for movement's sake, I want to position myself essentially in between Jackson and Zafiir. So if this boar has a particular taste for Dragonborn, I can maybe be in the way of Zafiir.
That's so nice of you.
I look out for my dude.
All right, and that will take us to Zafiir.
Awesome. I'm going to cast Witch Bolt at him.
Okay.
That's very good. That's 21.
That'll hit.
He takes 8 lightning damage.
Awesome. All right, you got him on the rope.
Just kind of hugs him.
And that will take us to his turn. He is very scared and very angry, and he is going to go right after you, Jackson.
Come at me.
Ooh.
Come at me, boar.
All right, that's going to be a 23.
That is going to hit me.
Okay, that is 10 damage.
Ow.
Yes.
I take that to the face.
That is going to bump back up to your turn.
Okay, I attack the boar. I rolled a 23.
Excellent. That'll hit.
I deal 6 slashing damage, and I drop back into parry again.
It looks like that should have killed it. It closes its eyes, twists its hooves, and it looks mad. Go ahead and Griffin, your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna draw my spear.
Mm-hmm.
That's a proper boar hunting weapon.
Yeah, it is.
And I'm gonna charge him.
Okay.
18 plus 4, 22.
That'll do it.
1d6 plus 2 piercing damage. Another 4, so 6 piercing damage again.
Okay. With that, you reel back and you sling, and just as looks like it's about ready to straight up charge down Jackson, it takes a rough one in the jugular, and it's down.
Oh. Okay. Oh god. Okay. I try and it's super dead. Like it's
it's
clearly dead.
Have I effectively cooked him already?
He's got a like a surface singe, but it's not all the way through. He is rare, maybe on a good day.
Hey, Witch Bolt lasts a minute. Can I just continue around him and just cook the boar?
If that's how you'd like to spend your time, more power to you.
Hey, I can't. I spent the spell slot. Might as well get some dinner out of it.
It's
all right. We'll resolve that as we get to the end of the day.
Can I make an investigation in the area to see if it looks like there were any more of these around?
Absolutely.
Yeah, looking for traps.
15.
At a 15, you see that it looks like this thing was kind of going solo. You're looking around for tracks, other signs that there might be a warren somewhere, but everything is free and clear. What you also find with that 15 is you find the marker. It's right up by the arch that I mentioned earlier.
Great.
All right. You chunk it down, and there is now a stamp of that archway in the book.
I take a note in the journal.
Mm-hmm.
Extremely tenacious boar.
I'm gonna
Later on, I'm gonna slip the book away, and depending on how good the boar is, I'm gonna say, and delicious.
Of course. That is section 8 down. Your options at this point are 4, 5, 6, and 9.
About how long did...
Absolutely.
How good was the boar?
You're gonna have it for dinner, I thought.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say,
lunchtime.
how long did this take us? Because if it's at a point where like we could have a little trail snack.
It is a little bit, let's see here. We started at 8, it's noon. It's getting
noon.
to about 3 or 4 o'clock. Like, you could probably go for some munchies.
Alright, yeah, we have a little trail snack.
Okay.
Is that enough to heal Jackson up at all?
You can take a short rest if that's what you'd like to do.
Sure, I'll
I guess
take. I'm going to take a short rest. I spend both of my hit dice to get back up to full.
Okay.
And for those of you listening at home, yes, I know I still have second wind. Yes, I know. I'm holding on to it.
So section 9.
Okay. Well, first, let's roll for this boar. Let's roll for deliciousness.
Oh, of course, my mistake.
I forgot
the
will
whole reason we're
on
doing
the
this.
D20. I am going to be rolling at disadvantage because you've never cooked anything with witch bolt before.
That's fair.
Okay. I have rolled a 4. It was technically edible.
It's real gamey, bro.
It is warm, and it's not red, but is it cooked?
It is somehow both burnt and underdone.
I pull out a piece of my cinnamon hardtack and kind of rub it into my piece of meat to try to give it a little more flavor.
Good.
Into the grease.
You see, I don't know what you're giving flavor at this point, the meat or the hardtack.
It's all good. It all works. I've never had cinnamon pig before, but it sounds delicious.
That fire pig.
Cinnamon bacon.
Zafiir doesn't know how to make jerky, but he's gonna take some and pretend like he knows how to make jerky.
All right.
Time makes jerky.
And salt.
And lots of salt.
All right, sweet.
So you are heading to section 9, is that correct?
Yes, sir. I believe.
The foliage is a little lighter around this corner of the forest, easily letting you see the ruins around you. Houses stand at precarious leans as you walk through what is clearly a forgotten neighborhood. You stop in the middle at what might have once been a fountain, though all that's left is the rough statue of some kind of eagle. You walk up to the marker. And
Sorry, real quick. Was that eagle or
Eagle.
evil? Okay.
Eagle.
I thought you might have said statue of some evil. I'm like, we shouldn't be here.
For those of you listening at home and not able to see, our illustrious GM, in order to differentiate from evil and eagle, gave us a really vigorous wing flap. It was wonderful.
It's majestic.
I live to serve.
Punch that stamp. Stamp that stamp.
Okay. I would like Mordecai, roll me a perception check.
Damn, I'm doing well. 18 plus 4, 22.
Okay, before you go to pull the lever, and then you're like, oh, no, wait a second. There is something tied to this. And
I instantly let go of the thing.
You let go of the thing, and you look up, and you see that there is a very thin cord running from the machine, from the marker, up into...
Like a lever?
Yeah, from the lever on the marker to the trees above you. And then you pick up your foot, and you see that there is a spiked net underneath of you.
Ooh. Hey boys, stay where you're standing. This little doohicky's got some traps about.
Can you get out?
I think so, but look around for any would-be people waiting to catch trapped people, whatever they're called. Bandits, that's the one.
I would like to make an investigation. Oh, that's pretty good. I'm rolling real well today.
Mm-hmm.
I'm real happy about this. That is 18. What is up with me and 18?
With an 18, you are actually able to find not what you were thinking you would find. You were thinking like, maybe there's some bandits around here, something like that. You find bandit corpses.
Oh.
I loot the bodies.
Okay.
Because that's something we learned.
Wait, Mordecai, get out of the way.
Step. I back out of that.
Okay. You loot the bodies. They've got a couple of rusty daggers on them. One of them's got a short sword.
Is this short sword rusty?
It is less rusty.
I have an idea.
What's your idea?
You go first, and then I'll do mine.
Mordecai, are you clear?
Yeah.
I'm going to take this axe and spring the trap.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to throw it at it and spring the trap. Because that's the best idea I got. What do you think, Zafiir? This will work, right, Zafiir? This is totally going to work.
Just be far away from it.
Okay, so here's my question. What are you throwing this at? Because from what Mordecai was able to see, the trap is sprung when you pull the lever. So are you throwing this at the marker, or are you throwing your axe at the ground?
I'm throwing it at the cord attached to the lever.
Okay.
In an attempt, hopefully I can cut it from a distance, and then whatever happens, happens.
Make me a ranged attack against the string.
12 with a hand axe.
Okay. All right, I'm going to roll to see what string AC might be. Because it's not moving, but it's also very narrow.
Yes.
So you might miss. Apparently it's a 7. So you go ahead and you wing your axe, and it shawoomp, 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 and cuts the rope, and you notice the cord kind of fall from the tree and down onto the ground and pile on top of the net.
I do my best to clear it. I just pick up one edge and just toss it aside.
Yep, you pull the net.
Machine.
You stab that book.
Ka-chunk.
Okay, and it's a picture of a house. It is starting to get dark. It's about 8 o'clock now.
We're in
real quick.
9, yes?
Yeah.
Would it be best for us to step out of the tree line, just outside of the woods, and camp for the night?
But it's so nice in here.
But there are also many things that will want to kill us when we are not alert.
We could do that. We could also, I guess we could try to sleep in one of these houses, or we could go outside I don't like trees.
Oh,
I would
they're
say
so good.
That would be safer. But then again, starting from here in the morning would probably save us a great deal of time.
That's true.
So what?
In quick investigation on the houses, see if any of the bandits' friends have been hanging out in here recently.
Sure.
Oh yeah, Chase, were they fresh corpses, or were they real old corpses?
They looked pretty old.
I rolled a 14.
Okay, yeah, you're not seeing any other signs of life in this area, like outside of what you would normally expect for a forest-type place.
Zafiir looks at the trees, much like Mr. Tumnus at the beginning of Chronicles of Narnia, and goes, "It is not the bandits I am worried about."
My vote is that we crash in one of these bad boys.
If that is what you wish, that is what we shall do. Both have pros, both have cons. Let us find a cozy house for them.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Let's do that.
I take notes for this section. I take notes about the town, quote unquote, the buildings.
Sure.
I take notes on the fact that there were bandits here that seem long dead, and that they were possibly attempting to prey on potential surveyors.
Excellent. I would like everybody to roll me a survival check to try and set up a decent camp.
I'm doing fucking quality today. 25.
Okay.
I got an 11.
16.
Okay. With a 25, you are actually able to find a mostly stone house. Stone seems to have held up pretty well. Wood has not. So you kind of bring everybody over there. With a 16, Jackson, you think, So you take your tents and you actually throw them over bits of the house as well, places where light might seep out. With an 11, you gather some wood. It is abundant. You get a fire
Should
going.
we set a fire in a house?
There's a fireplace.
A stone house.
Oh, okay. There we go. Yeah, I can just prestidigitation as a small campfire, so.
There you go. And you get the fire going. You have a meal of slightly to incredibly overdone boar and cinnamon hardtack. Y'all wake up the next morning feeling fine and dandy. The night passed uneventfully. You can easily get to section 5 and 6. Where are you going?
6.
I say let's just keep this train going and go north to 6.
Let's take a look here. Section 6. Oh yeah, this is a fun one. Okay.
I roll an investigation.
Let me say my fucking thing.
You did. You said this is fun. Having said those words way too many times myself, I know this is not going to end well.
The forest is quiet here. Almost deathly still. It's easy to see the cages. Massive iron bars lining the pathways. It's hard to tell what their original purpose was, as much time was lost in the war. I would like everybody to roll me a d6.
2.
6.
Okay?
2.
Ryan, you rolled the first 2, correct?
Yes.
Okay, as you are looking through the cages, you actually find a small hut amongst all of them. I would like you to roll me 3d10 and make a number out of those 3 numbers.
8, 7, 8.
Let's see here. You find in there 8, 7, 8. You find something called paired scrolls. Whatever is written on one will appear on the other.
Dope!
I have a former character who would love this.
Kind of makes My Little Pony obsolete, but...
I mean, you can give the scrolls to each other. You can send the pony anywhere.
Okay, fair. Zafiir can also talk into our brains.
For the sake of a limitation on there, you have about the space of a 3.5 by 5 card to write on.
Fair.
So it's not, you can't write... Yes.
I have a clarifying question.
Yes.
You talked about all of these cages, and then you said
Correct.
we found one that there was a hut. So so does it look like there's a hut, and then they built a cage around the hut?
No, this is a hut outside of the cages.
Gotcha.
Okay. And Mordecai, you rolled a 6. Is that correct?
Yes, I did.
Okay. With a 6, this is perfect for you. You take a moment to sit and write in the logbook.
Okay.
And you actually decide to sketch a map of the area on the corner of the page. I would like you to make me a combined sleight of hand and performance check.
Ooh, okay. Sleight of hand is going to be 15.
Excellent.
Performance is going to be a 2.
Okay. You are able
17
to...
total.
Okay. You are able to make a reasonable map of the area, but you're still not quite sure what the fuck was going on here. Let's see here. Zach, you rolled a 2 as well, correct?
Yes. Yes, sir.
You find a patch of cleared brush and footprints in the middle of the cage. The remnants of a fire here look almost recent, although you can't imagine who would actually want to make camp here. Go ahead and make me an investigation check. I heard somebody call it out earlier.
That is a 15.
Excellent. So while you are rooting around out here, you actually find a body. This one looks much fresher than the ones that you found earlier. You don't know how they died. It is well decayed, but whatever killed it is gone.
Oh, I loot it.
Okay. He doesn't seem to have anything on him, but what you do find is a note with a symbol on it that you can now see on the back end page. And if you're listening to this, you can see it on the public page as well.
Oh, that's weird.
And that is all you find.
All right, I pocket it.
Okay, you pocket the strange symbol.
Without showing us for clarification?
I show it to you guys.
Yeah, for the sake of simplicity, unless it is specifically declared, I am assuming all knowledge is shared.
Good to know.
Rad.
Great. Love it.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
In my notes, we're not done with the section yet. I'll wait. My notes are out.
No, that was the last person. You can go ahead. You find, as you guys are wrapping up, kind of looking around, you do find the marker.
Okay.
And it's
Awesome.
towards, there's a bigger building in here that you're able to approach. The marker is sitting out there, and you put the book in, I'm assuming? You're going to go ahead and just do this?
I'm
Yes.
going to be cautious now that we have experienced traps, and I would like to do an investigation or whatever would work for traps.
Sure.
Investigation? Oh,
Especially after that last one.
yeah, natural 20.
Oh, okay. You don't find anything as like that, but you know what? With a natural 20, I'll go ahead and give you a roll on my random item table as well.
Oh, neat.
Go ahead and roll me the 3d10 and make a 3-digit number out of those.
4, 0 in this case, and 1. So we're going to do 104.
104. Let's scroll one up. 104. A quill pen.
For the scrolls!
For the scrolls.
There you go. There you go.
Neat.
So, do you have one of the scrolls at this point?
I do not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, who have you given the other scroll to?
I give the other scroll to Mordecai because Zafiir can talk into our heads.
My thoughts exactly.
Only from 30 feet away, though.
Better than nothing.
I could just shout to you from that far.
Yeah, but you won't.
Hey!
You won't.
You make
Okay.
a strong argument.
Or do you write on the scroll then?
Yeah, we'll say to test them, I guess.
Sure.
I
So
find
here's
this
what you
quill
do.
and
You find this quill and you get some ink from your pack, and it's like some black ink, like pretty standard. You dip the quill in and you write on the scroll, and it writes in green.
Oh, that's neat.
This is a quill pen that no matter what ink is used, always writes in green.
okay.
I don't
Always
know. I
green.
don't remember where I found this random trinket table, but it is my favorite.
I was saying, unless I'm dumb and don't math right, there's like almost 1,000 things on this table.
Yes, there are, in fact. The only spaces that are, let's see here, there are exactly 1,000 things on this table. The only empty spots are the spots that I have already used in my previous campaigns. I figured that was fine.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Jackson, I send you a "Hey, what's up" on the card on the scroll.
Hey, it's green!
What?
Oh,
Oh, shit!
I was hoping you'd send him a dick pic.
Nah, I don't have time to draw something that big. In my notes
I'm
for
gonna
this
remind
section.
you that your parents listen to this.
Every time I forget, damn it!
And
Sorry,
I'm
Mom
not
and Dad.
promising I'm going to cut that out.
That was a
I
pretty
don't
good
know.
one. That was a pretty good one.
Beamer,
Yeah.
as far as dick jokes go, I feel like that one was pretty tame.
Yeah, that was fine. That was
Okay.
fine.
In my notes for this section, I will make note of all these cages. I will also include a copy of the symbol on the thing that Zafiir found. Zafiir, is there any writing on that thing, or is it just the symbol?
It's just a symbol, yes?
Yes.
Yes, this weird stick figure with a long snake tongue is troubling.
Looks like blood.
Or, well,
Is it blood?
I guess I lick it. Is it blood?
Oh God.
Perception check? Or investigation. Honestly, I'll give you whatever's best.
That would be a perception of 13. How perceptive
Not blood.
is my tongue? It's not blood? Okay.
No blood. No blood. That's
Okay.
it.
What I would actually like to
Okay.
do is investigate the cages In my years of service, have I seen something like this? Would I know what these were used for? They were used to contain animals or to contain rabid trees?
It's hard to say. It was so long ago. This town may have been abandoned when the war started.
Okay.
So it's pretty hard to tell. Human and animal are definitely your two options there. If you had a guess, you might say animal, just because somebody of small enough stature could probably slip through the bars.
So they're fairly sizable.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not creepy at all.
Nope. Let's keep going.
Okay.
West, section 5.
And what are we supposed to be looking for here, Mordecai? What did your old man tell you?
In 5?
Yes.
According to him, there's going to be some sort of large building that spans the river. So a bridge. Well, I mean, it's probably... I don't know. It could be just a bridge, but I feel like it's going to be some big, more... I can't speak properly. Let's go.
Okay.
The three of you... I take you anywhere.
Thank you for joining us here on Another Path. You can find our website at anotherpath.fireside.fm, on Twitter at AnotherPathPod, on Facebook at facebook.com/AnotherPathPodcast. You can find me on Twitter at TQLoudly, Ryan at Ryan_Albrecht, Griffin at Griffcold, and Zach at ThatGuyZachRob. You can also find the latter two on YouTube at youtube.com/bforwardfilms, and we'll be back in 2 weeks with a new episode. Until then, make sure to properly cook your wild boar.